So I was going to walk today, and as you can see by my eyes right now, I'm not really a big fan of heavy sun or bright sun. And yeah, I took my sunglasses with me, but unfortunately they got out of the pocket in my backpack and they were damaged, so I had to buy some new sunglasses today to actually get to work. But let's see. Oh yeah, much better now. But that's not what I wanted to show you guys. I got something else to show you. Here we have the Boring Company, and the Boring Company is actually building a tunnel. Right, you can see the tray is going to go down in that white section there. That's where they have the start point for the tunnel. That is, well, last time Elon posted something about it, it was 500 feet or 300 feet or 500 feet long, and so that's not that long, but yeah, it's making progress. So I got all this equipment here. There's a hangar with some equipment in there, but supposedly, the way I see it, that white section right over there, that is where they are going to lower the car into the tunnel. And that tunnel goes a little bit that way, and then it goes on the 120, I think it's called, or maybe underneath the airport, but it's going to go parallel with the airport over there. So yeah, this is what the Boring Company has been doing with their boring machine. Welcome to the next stop of our Elon Musk company tour. Well, not really, but it seems to be going that way. So behind the lights, you can see the white tarp, which is the boundaries for the Boring Company. Then you have the skywalk that Elon had to build to stop his employees from getting hurt when crossing Crenshaw Boulevard. And that goes directly into SpaceX, which is also a large building. But then we have the Falcon 9 rocket there. So this is only the first stage. So on top of that would be the second stage. But you can see the grid fins deployed. The legs are deployed as well. And this is actually the first Falcon 9 that returned and made a successful landing. So kind of like a monument. They erected it here and refurbished it completely now, so it's all white and shiny. My actual first Model 3 in the wild, so it's a blue one. That's cool. Wow, like the nose, the way it's finished. I still think it's a little bit too low, that nose, but I like the way that it's finished. So yeah, that was nice. The lady actually left some space so I could actually film the car, and the guy on the other lane, he also left some space that the car was free. So that's awesome. People just take that into account, that this is a new thing, and people are really really interested in that. So yeah, that's cool. So here we have the Falcon 9, and when you're up close and personal, this is quite big. So let me just go to the top, all the way to the top. Keeps coming, yeah, there we are. And especially it's really big if we go all the way to the bottom, and then you see the engines. All right, that's quite a big nozzle on the engines. But then if you look at the legs, one of the legs, that's like, it's a really thick piston that's there, and the leg is like maybe like 8 meters, something like that in length. But also it's quite wide. It has to be. I mean, this thing is going to weigh quite a bit. So yeah, that's quite impressive. From far away, I was thinking like, oh, I expected this to be bigger, but this is actually quite big. So I'm here on this lovely sunny morning, and I'm outside the hotel waiting for Robert to come and pick me up, and then we are going to visit SpaceX, drive along the Hyperloop, so hoping to get some good shots of that as well. And by noon I have to be back here to take the shuttle to the airport. Plane leaves at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So yeah, and then I'll be flying back home again. So all in all, so far so good. I really hope I'm going to see the Dragon capsule and maybe take a picture in front of it. That would be awesome. But yeah, getting into SpaceX, it's a lovely thing to do in the first place, and I'm really lucky that I've been able to do this. Crammed a lot of things in this trip, and it all seemed to work out so far. So yeah, awesome. Can anyone guess what this is? No? Come on, I'll give you a few seconds. Alright, I'll give you a different view then. So how about now? Any guesses? Well, for those that still don't know, let me give you a third view and then you'll get it. I guess now it rings a bell. This is the start of the Hyperloop, where they launch the pods into the tube. So yeah, I'm at the start of the Hyperloop. So this tube is just a straight tube that goes on for about a mile alongside the road. Couple of experiments that have happened here already, a couple of records that were broken, especially by the SpaceX people. But yeah, so this is the future of transportation. Only this is a small version. It needs to be bigger, of course, to get the train in there. But yeah, that's Elon Musk's vision. We'll all be traveling in tubes. I am at the Supercharger just behind the SpaceX factory. So, and actually this is one of the Superchargers that has the solar canopy right there. So there's like 6 Superchargers there. We've got 4 more on this side, and then actually they have some destination chargers. There's 2 more Superchargers there, but they also have destination chargers for when you're staying a bit longer. Which is cool, especially if you're doing a visit. You can just plug into the destination charger here instead of the Supercharger, and then you can get on with the visit and don't have to worry about occupying the Supercharger for too long. Right. So behind me there's a little design studio that you have. And it's the it's open 24/7, so you can always access it. But it's a small one. I've seen much bigger. But yeah. So right now we're about to go on the SpaceX tour. That should take about an hour, I guess, and then I'm off to the airport. Okay, so I made it to the airport on time. Got about half an hour before boarding starts. Security pass-through, that's priority pass-through at least. That's awesome. So now I'm going to go up in the lounge, see if I can find something to quickly grab a bite. And then we're off for a 11 and a half hours flight, I think, to Frankfurt. Then a little stopover, and then Lost Lake all the way to Belgium. Alright, so we made it in time for our flight back to Frankfurt first and then Brussels. Had to hurry a little bit. The factory visit at SpaceX was really interesting, but the problem was that it was rescheduled to 11, and that made it quite tight with the timing to get to the airport. But yeah, made it on time. Now relaxing a little bit with a glass of orange juice, and we'll be boarding in a few minutes. And then we have a 11-hour flight back to Frankfurt. So yeah. Right, back in Frankfurt now. Had a bit of a sleep, but it was a really bumpy ride because of a lot of turbulence. So yeah, walking to the gate now. I have a little bit of time to kill, and then a 1-hour flight to Brussels. And we're finally home, where I'll be very happy to see the wife and kids again. We're back in Belgium. Tired, really tired now, but before I close this off, little recap. So SpaceX, unfortunately I can't really tell much about it because of NDA, but it was really awesome to see all the spacey stuff and how they make it, and those are huge components, but also very tiny components that they're making themselves. So yeah, that was cool to see. Flight back, as I mentioned, was bumpy, so I didn't get much sleep, so I'm really tired right now. You probably hear it in my voice as well. But during my stay in Frankfurt, I browsed the internet a little bit, and I already found that I was kind of right again about the Roadster, because I heard Elon say, well, it's a 1.9 second 0 to 60 for the base model. And I was immediately thinking like, well, what does that mean? Is there going to be like a maximum plat model? So I don't know, but in the meantime, Elon Musk has indeed tweeted that there is going to be an additional performance package available for the Roadster. I mean, can you believe that? It's 1.9 seconds, still not enough. He's going to go even faster than that. That's that's insane, ludicrous, plat, probably maximum plat. So it'd be interesting to see what that would do, and when we get those numbers. Still a very expensive car. Still would very much like one, but unfortunately it's going to be too expensive. Can't really afford it, and to trade my P100D for that one is just not feasible because it's not a family car. We can't take it on road trips anymore. So yeah, then I would have to convince my wife to get a Tesla, a regular Model S, a 100D or something. But still, for us privately, that's going to be way too expensive. And yeah, I'm just lucky that I can have this car as a company car. But yeah, cool trip. Saw a lot. Was a very hectic trip. Didn't have much rest, and tomorrow is already work day. So let's see how much effect we'll have from this week during the upcoming week. But I think I'll hit the sack soon. Early night tonight, and then we'll wrap it up here. So, okay. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I definitely did. And yeah, see you guys in the next film.